how hard are anime exercises in real life? Well, in this video we'll show you 15 moves from the most popular animes and mangas and rank them from easy to impossible. Of course, we will also show you how to practice and achieve these moves by yourself. So let's start right away with the easy exercises, and first we have squats. The squat is one of the most natural and comprehensive movements the human body is capable of. Squatting is a lower body dominant movement, but you will also need some of the upper body muscles to stabilize your spine. Squatting deep also requires some mobility and flexibility that many people, especially in the Western world, lost. The good news is, you can always regain this ability through consistent training and by simply including deep squat movement patterns into your daily life. Besides this aspect, squats are relatively easy when done with your own body weight, so it should be no problem to do them even if you're not working out regularly. Next in the easy category are sit-ups. Sit-ups are a classic old-fashioned exercise but have a bad reputation because they are often done wrong. To do it right, reduce the momentum as much as possible and don't pull your neck with your hands. If you want to train your abs in the first place without involving the hip flexors too much, it's still better to focus on different variations of crunches instead. Now we are moving up to the medium category with push-ups. This movement is considered a staple to effective workout routines. It's simple yet effective. Push-ups also target many muscles at once, but mostly work your chest, triceps and shoulders, while your core has to stabilize your body at the same time. If you can't do any push-ups yet, just start by doing them on your knees or do incline push-ups until you get stronger. Talking about push-ups, the first exercise in the hard category are clapping push-ups. This exercise is mostly about explosive strength and requires a good push-up performance in the first place. So you need enough strength to be able to push yourself high enough from the ground, not only to do the clap, but also to move your arms back to the starting position. Proper joint control is also very important, so that you don't smash into your joints and stabilize your body on the way down. To learn this exercise yourself, improve your basic push-up count to about 15 reps and start practicing hand release push-ups to work on that explosive strength. If you want a more detailed guide to learn most of the exercises in this video, check our calisthenics online courses on calimove.com. No matter if you need more mobility, strength, or even balance, our day-by-day programs will get you results. Alright. We stick to push-ups with the next exercise, but this time done with only one arm. One-arm push-ups are more than twice as hard as the regular ones and require way more core strength and stability, especially when done with strict form. If you can't do this exercise by now, try easier progressions like archer push-ups or incline one-arm push-ups first. The next exercise in the hard category is the legless rope climb. The rope climb requires you to release one hand from the rope to hold yourself with the other one. So for this short moment you have to hold your complete body weight with just one arm. If you're doing it with straight legs in an L hang, it even gets harder because you need more mobility as well as abdominal strength to stabilize this position. Of course, this kind of rope climbing is very hard. So in order to reach this level, you have to make it easier to build up strength in the first place. Okay, let's move on to the very hard category, and here we start with handstand push-ups. Wall-supported handstand push-ups are already no piece of cake, but doing them freely skyrockets the difficulty drastically. So you not only need a lot of shoulder strength to push your complete body weight up and down, you also need good hand balancing skills to stabilize your body the whole time. To learn this move, build the basic strength with pike push-ups, and of course work on your free handstand balancing skills as well. The next exercise are weighted push-ups. Push-ups with a 20 kilo weight vest are already not that easy, but imagine how hard it is to do it with another person on top. Of course, the difficulty varies a bit, depending on the body weight of the person you're pushing up and down. But even if this person is a lightweight, it is still pretty challenging. If you want to try this exercise, start practicing with a weight vest or try easier versions of the partner push-up with that you don't have to move the complete body weight. The next exercise in the very hard category is the one-arm pull-up. This exercise requires an immense amount of relative strength because you're pulling your complete body with just one arm. To be able to do that, you first have to master regular pull-ups to a point that you can do them with ease. After that, it becomes very important to work on your max strength with more advanced exercises like typewriter pull-ups or archer pull-ups. Next we got the bent arm planche to L-sit. This exercise mixes shoulder with core strength and lower body mobility. The bent arm planche is often mistaken for the elbow lever because they look very similar on the first view. In both exercises you hold your body in a horizontal position, but the bent arm planche is much harder because your elbows are besides the body while you support yourself on them in the elbow lever. When it comes to the L-sit, you need decent straight leg quad strength and mobility in your hips. The hardest part of this move is the fluid transition between the two elements, and this gets even harder the closer you are to the ground, especially if you have short arms. If you want to start practicing this exercise, start on parallels with a decent height and break down the movement into easier progressions. Next we have the famous Baki pose. This move requires good wrist stability, shoulder strength, balance and some mobility. I just recently learned this pose and I always start every set by twisting my upper body and holding it for preparation. This relaxes the muscles around my spine and allows me to reach deeper with the elbow. I also hold it with a more straightened arm, which needs a little more core strength but feels easier to balance for me. The hardest part of the Baki pose was to find the proper body position and the right center of gravity. In the beginning I always fell towards my shoulder and it took me some time to balance myself correctly. If you've never tried this move before, I suggest starting with an easier progression and simultaneously work on your wrist stability as well as spine and hip mobility. Another pose from Baki is done with crossed legs. This move could also be in the hard category, but what makes it so difficult is holding it on your thumbs. This kind of finger strength requires very specific training and also comes with a higher risk of injury. If you're doing it on your hands or fists, it's way easier, but still not a beginner exercise. To be able to do it, you need good hip mobility, straight arm shoulder strength, and some balance. To build the foundation for this move, start with practicing the frog stand and switch to the tuck planche later. Of course, it's also important to work on your hip mobility to be able to cross your legs. Talking about mobility, the Baki wall split is the next exercise and looks like a mix of a front and side split. The major difference is that you need to take the position actively. So you have to kick up your leg against the wall and then move into the split. This needs more active mobility than a split on the ground because your weight pushes you less down. This move is beneficial for martial arts and you can learn it or support your progress by working with exercises like the horse stance, hurdle sit switches, the pancake, or the pancake side switch. Okay, now it's time for the impossible category. And here we start with one-arm handstand push-ups or one-finger handstand push-ups. This take is a bit controversial, but we've seen no one until now that is actually able to do a clean, free one-arm handstand push-up. Yeah, if you're performing it with a very limited range of motion like in Hunter x Hunter or use other ways for compensation, it's doable. But a real free one-arm handstand push-up is out of the question. Of course, this move gets even more unrealistic when it's done with just one finger or on your thumb. The next impossible exercise is the sword practice of Guts and Zoro. Guts' sword, called the Dragon Slayer, has an estimated weight of about 300 pounds, and let's not even talk about the weight that Zoro is moving in his training. To get an idea how hard this actually is, try some sword swings with a regular barbell without any kind of additional weight. If you grab the barbell with both hands on the further end, the difficulty skyrockets and it gets extremely hard to even just lift it up in the air. The last impossible exercise is Yujiro Hanma's swim practice. In the anime, he swims for a whole hour with an estimated speed of 20 km per hour. To put this into perspective, no human that ever lived was able to hit a top speed of more than 10 km per hour. This means that Yujiro is not only swimming twice as fast as the best Olympic swimmers, he also maintains this speed for 1 hour straight. Okay guys, if you want to master most of the exercises from this video, make sure to check our workout programs on CaliMove.com. If you enjoy our content, please leave a like and of course subscribe and activate the notifications. My name is Alex and I'll see you in the next video.